Welcome to the Field to Film podcast. Today we're joined by Bubba Sink, one of Arkansas's newest members of the 100 Bushel Club. This exclusive group is part of the Grow for the Green Soybean Yield Challenge, a statewide competition that rewards top soybean yields, highlights innovation, and promotes best practices in soybean production. Sponsored by the Arkansas Soybean Promotion Board in partnership with the Arkansas Soybean Association, the 100 Bushel Club recognizes farmers who produce at least 100 bushels per acre. In 2024, Bubba earned him a spot in the club for the very first time. Were there any challenges that you faced that you're not facing this year?
Challenges in 2024, weather-wise, my farm didn't have many challenges. We were able to get in. It was about the easiest planting season I've ever had, and it was about the easiest fall harvest that we've ever had. Then you get to 2025 and it's a completely different scenario.
Absolutely.
So compared to 2025, 24 was a dream for us.
All the stars aligned. It
All
just
the
worked
stars
out.
aligned, you bet.
Bubba, thanks for being here. Well, why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about your operation? You've already told us the name, so tell us your journey. How did you get to 2024 100 Bushel Club member?
So in 2001, I graduated college, and there was 28 acres of dry land that was being laid out on our family farm, and we started with that. And I guess for about 5 years, I was a crop consultant for ProAg Services, and I learned pretty much everything there is to know about rice under my boss, Brent Lassiter. He's a great teacher. In 2006, my family's 1,300 acres came available, and we formed J&A Farms Partnership with my wife, Allison. And she's been a huge part of this deal, huge part. She's behind the scenes, she pays the bills and manages all the files, and couldn't do it without her. So we started we incorporated J&A in 2006, and today we're 4,300 acres and we've got about 200 head of cattle.
Did you always produce soybeans?
My very first crop
Yes.
was soybeans on that dry land, and then we leveled it, started raising rice there too.
And you managed 200 head of cattle, is that right?
We attempt to.
We did too.
Yeah, they've got kind of their own mind,
Understand.
but we attempt to do that. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on topping 100 bushels and joining the club.
Well, it's a big deal for us, for sure.
So what does this milestone mean for you, both personally and professionally?
Personally, it was huge for me. In the spring of 2024, I was diagnosed with bladder cancer, and it was a life bucket on my bucket list. So it was a big deal for us to hit that. Professionally, it's really brought me together with a lot of different people, and some of the best in the business that do that for a living. I would have never reached out, and they helped me every step of the way.
Anything specific you may have done differently, like soil tests or different fertilizers? What kind of different practices?
Yeah, there was a ton of stuff that we did different that we normally didn't do. Okay. We have been using chicken litter on most of our crops, but we went pretty intensive on that field. We increased the rate. We went really heavy on potash. Okay. Boron was a big player. Of course, we did fungicides. We did a couple of fungicides, which we normally don't do two. We did two just to make sure. We tissue sampled. About every week we were tissue sampling, giving it everything that called for, that it was lacking of.
Wow.
So used to, we would flat plant all of our soybeans.
Okay.
And now they're all on beds. Going from flood irrigation to polypiping beds was an absolute game changer. Early plant dates, that's huge. That's an absolute must in my book.
What's your why? Why do you do it? Because it's not easy.
I think that the love of farming whenever I first started was the big push.
Absolutely.
I absolutely loved it, and it became a hobby. Now it's the fear of failure. It's the fear of not being able to take care of my family. So you push and you do whatever you have to take care of everything. That was a big, hard question for me.
That's a great why. Zooming out just a little bit, what do you think the impact of competitions like Grow for the Green has on producers across Arkansas?
It's a huge impact. I would have never reached out. I've learned just in a year, I learned so much more than what I knew the year before, just because I wanted to win. And I wanted to do whatever it took to win, and that was knowledge. And I gained a ton of knowledge just by, the guys on Extreme Ag. That's a good example. They have opened my mind up to a lot of things that we're not doing that I think that we should do. And we've incorporated a lot of that stuff into our other crops that aren't in a competition. We do a lot more foliar feeding now. We never foliar fed. We didn't tissue sample. We do that now. Of course, we're grid sampling.
For growers that are chasing that 100 bushel benchmark, what would you say to them? What advice would you give to them?
Have a plan and execute it. Time is everything. Timing is everything. Not too much water. And we all have we all have fields in our operation that we know are big producers. Everybody has this one special field that they always do good on.
Right.
Place the right variety there, be on time.
Let's talk about legacy. You said your son is now joining you on the operation.
He is. He's a daggum hardhead. Boy.
Yeah?
He's 21.
Oh, I understand.
You know how it's like to be 21. He's a very good worker, and I'm glad to have him by my side.
Absolutely.
I am. He's somebody that I can depend on. He knows the farm, and I think that it's something that he's wanted to do since he was a little bitty guy.
Right.
So seeing that come to fruition it's exciting. It's exciting for our family. And I just finished up my last treatment, so everything's good there.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's super exciting.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Glad to have you.
Yeah.
Well, Bubba, thank you so much for joining us in the Field to Film podcast. We really look forward to keeping up with you and seeing what's next for you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Field to Film podcast. If you'd like to learn more about the Grow for the Green Soybean Yield Challenge, visit themiraclebean.com. You'll find contest details, best practices, and other helpful resources for Arkansas soybean producers.